left-hand side, you guys, this gray apartment built in 1941-42. Lived a young gal by the name of Norma Jean Baker. Anybody know who that is? Marilyn Monroe. Yep, the reason she was here, her first husband belonged to the Merchant Marines. He was stationed out here on Catalina, but of course she divorced him, went off to become Marilyn Monroe Hollywood. A couple of seconds, you're going to be looking over to the left, right down here, and you guys will be able to see our Vaughn's Not So Supermarket. We're so limited on space here, we had to put half of Vaughn's here, the other half is on the other side of town. It's called Vaughn's Express, Vaughn's Deli. So yes, you guys, we're definitely limited on space out here in the city to your left. Check out our Vaughn's, well, Not So Supermarket. And of course, you do enjoy some seafood. The best place for seafood out here in the city, I'd have to say, be right up in front of us with the blue awnings, called Armstrong Seafood. And of course, Armstrong's are usually open for lunch or dinner. That is definitely a great place to dine right over the water. Armstrong's about 12 o'clock in the bush right up here in front of us. Couple of seconds, you guys will look over to the right-hand side across the harbor. You'll be able to see a big, humongous circular building across the way. It's a casino ballroom. It's never been a gambling casino. It does look like a 10, 12-story building. Only 2 floors. The top floor is the largest circular ballroom in the United States. Will accommodate 500 couples all dancing at once. Bottom floor, village theater, workout center, little museum, and of course an art gallery. Casino town word, another word for gathering place. It's a big, huge ballroom on top, that's why they call it. Never been gambled up there, probably never will be accomplished back in 1929 for the purpose of the big bands. Come on your plate, Avalon Bay. You may have heard about Zane. He was a famous Western author here on Catalina. Wrote many of his novels down here. He wanted a home so he could hang out, relax while he was writing them. That's when he built that up here, you guys. In a couple of seconds, you look over to the right on top of this hill up here. It's called the Zane Pueblo, which is a hotel nowadays. And there's even a pool up here in the shape of an arrowhead. One thing so unique about that hotel, different from all the others, there's no telephone or television in any of the rooms. So that right there, forget about being a great place for a teenager to hang out. Telephone TV only in the lobby area. And to the left, you guys will look, there's a nice house, nice pool house, and of course a nice gray house, a guest house. All that property there, from down there all the way up here in front of us, is home to Paxton Outfield. And I'd have to say Paxton, he is the smartest businessman out here in the city. Can anybody, now they lease it out to a couple of people, they're running private bed and breakfast. She saw that it was such a neat place, she wanted it for herself, so they did. That's when they built the home that I showed you guys down the way, called the Inn on Mount Ada. And as soon as you go past this gate here, we're all on Catalina Conservancy land. They maintain everything out there, like the roads, camps, airport on the sky, which we're heading to today. I definitely have to give them credit on everything except the roads. Roads out here are a little bit bumpy. And also you notice how it's so windy and narrow all the way up to the summit, which is the last eucalyptus trees right up there on top of the hill. And believe it or not, it's a two-way road for everybody. So from here to the summit, I ain't going to say that I'm completely stopped narration of the tour. A few things I'll mention on the way up. You're not afraid of heights, you like roller coasters. Over to the right, that's a new zip line that they just put up. It's been open for about 2 years or so. 6 different platforms, 5 different stop points. I ain't going to lie to you, on the second run, I myself was screaming at the top of my lungs like a little girl. It's a screamer on that one if you're okay with roller coasters, that is. And as soon as it went past that gate, folks, I have to apologize for one thing, everybody. Not the bus, the road condition. It's only been paved one time. How they keep it up to date? Well, they have a couple of guys down here with a couple of shovels, a pile of asphalt, and a six-pack. That's how they maintain the road out here, believe it or not. They just kind of go around this road filling in these little potholes as they go. Well, when their six-pack is gone, they're done for the day. They go home. And that's actually exactly how they do it. They're not going to come out here, shove that six-pack, of course. And if you do have any questions, usually the best time for questions on this particular tour, it's usually from here to the summit. The last eucalyptus tree drive, no, usually from here to the airport. My bad. On the way back down, there is a few other things that I will mention about halfway down, but the first half from the airport would be just a little ride down here to Avalon. The last few months, a little bit different. As long as I'm not talking up here, you do have questions back there, do not hesitate. Feel free to ask. Usually if it's regarding Catalina, I usually have an answer for everything. However though, if I don't have one, I'll just kind of try to make one up. One of the difference. So from here to the summit, questions at all, don't hesitate, or sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride of the summit. And if there's ever a point on this road gets too scary for you, you cannot handle it anymore, well, just do what I do, guys. Close your eyes. It usually works out pretty good, I have to say. So from here to the summit, about 1.5 miles, 2 miles, kind of stop narration. If you do have any questions, don't hesitate back here. Feel free to ask, as long as I'm not talking on the way up. Believe it or not, you guys, I've had people go like this. Not yet, right? I've had people go like this. Wow, amazing. I guess the bees just took them away. They're on vacation. They don't have to think about it. Clearly, yep, all the Pacific here. And if I used to get you with that one, I get you with a different one. You can't see it today. 40 miles out that way, it has to be a lot more clear today. You're able to see San Miguel line. This is Mr. Wrigley used to keep his Douglas DC-3, the old hangar. when he flew out from Chicago, nowadays oversized garage with all their vehicles up here. Welcome to the airport on the sky. Let's say for 9 time, so we do not leave anybody up here. I've never left anybody, but let's say I did. They didn't really be a long walk down. Then you're walking down, on the way down, some of those buffaloes start jumping out of those bushes. You know, really long run down. As I found out for myself about 8, 9 years ago, you can't outrun them. So let's not leave anybody up here. It's about 2:56. Try to be back here at about 3:15. That's almost 20 minutes up here. As you're walking